This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Patton.
By size, though, I don't think it'll be that.
Manila?
As in the Thriller in Manila.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that, but...
Muhammad Ali had the fight against...
yeah.
You can see Joe Frazier.
List of largest cities.
I don't think Manila... Where's Manila?
Well, it's saying now that it's Chongqing, then Shanghai, then Beijing, then Lagos, which is in Nigeria,
Oh.
then Dhaka.
Is this by surface area at all?
I don't know what this is going on.
This is our actual pre-podcast chat. The listeners should know this is what we discussed beforehand.
Riveting.
On the previous episode, it was your jacket, right? Having a Mexican flavour to it.
Which I still can't see.
Oh, you actually seem quite offended at the idea.
I know, well, the Mexican flag has got a red section on it. Which my...
Well, we discovered afterwards that Josh is colourblind.
Is he actually?
Yeah, but you agreed with him.
Yeah, but only because I had a gag banked about you wearing a sombrero.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fair
We actually started?
We've started. We're not quite in our presenting personas yet.
This has been a farce of it.
It has. The listeners should know it has been a bit of a shambles of a beginning.
If the podcast
Go on.
If the podcast cuts out halfway through, it's because we've completely ran out of time. Because Ryan spent... What time is it now? Ryan spent 49 minutes working out the feature that he should have had pre-planned.
I didn't.
So we're going to go straight into Ping Pong Paul.
Oh, no, we're not. We'll tell people about Ping Pong Paul in a second. I am on colour blindness. I didn't anticipate talking about this, actually. But I went for a medical test yesterday, last night. You know what? A few things happened during the test, actually. Welcome to the show, everybody, by the way. Nice to see you, fellas. Paul is back, producer Paul. Anyway, so I went for a medical test yesterday.
Yeah.
And one of the things they tested me for was colour blindness.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the test?
Well, he's got this, like, big book. Imagine you go and see, like, a therapist, and, you know, they show... at least in films, like ink blots.
Mm-hmm.
So it was coloured ink blots, and you've got to see numbers in it.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's all varying colours. So if you're colourblind, the theory is you won't be able to see it.
Oh, yeah.
But halfway through the book, I couldn't see anything. And I was like, oh, maybe I am colourblind.
Did you panic that you were colourblind?
God, I panicked. Oh, God, I panicked.
It explains it all. Don't know what, but... Still explains it. I knew it.
And it turns out it's fake. They put in little decoy ones in the middle, just in case someone's guessing.
Oh.
And I thought, who's that lucky? What colourblind person is like? They should put a bet on the lottery, I think. If they're that good at numbers.
Because it is weird with colourblindness, because you would never know that you were.
No.
How would you ever find out that you were colourblind?
You'd never know.
Because you'd never have any concept of what.
No, you don't know what everybody else is saying.
Of what like red actually is.
Yeah. Anyway, it turns out I'm not colourblind, so thankfully. But a weird thing also happened. So I walk into the doctor's, and the first thing he does is hold up like a bottle for the urine test. But I panicked because I didn't know.
You didn't shit in it, did you?
No, I gave him another sample, and the face he pulled. Yeah, so I really panicked when he held up this bottle, and I was like, I didn't know this was going to be needed. And he now thinks, I don't think I'm going to pass the drug test. So he was like really suspicious at this point. Was, is there an issue with doing this?
If only he knew how clean cut you were, that it was never in doubt. No, really, it's
He tested it and was like, I'm just getting lots of kombucha in this. What's going on?
Have you been vegan for the past week?
Yeah, but dirty vegan. Anyway, Paul, it's nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
nice
I suppose it is.
We're going to put Josh into the intro voice, I think.
Josh not alliterates with Josh, so...
Nah, this is the issue. I called him producer Josh because I didn't pre-plan.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But when we came in, you were very excited, Paul, because you were like, I've got a feature for today.
I did. I contribute nothing to the show.
Yeah. Paul literally comes in with nothing prepared for the show. He just sits down and moans the whole time. But you were like, no, I've got a feature for today, and I'm going to call it... I was leading for you to say the feature name there, Paul.
I thought the voiceover man was going to take over. Are we not,
No,
Rick's
not in here.
Are we not going to spend...
Loitering around the corner.
No, I thought he was going to add him in later on. Ping Pong Paul, not worthy of Rick, no.
Well, no, I pointed at you to suggest that this is now what you just say.
Okay, let's start again.
Well, no, we are not doing any editing for the show, Paul. Oh, but I will lead you back into it. So,
Okay.
Paul, you had a feature prepared, and you called it...
Ping Pong Paul.
So, you came very excited, said, fellas, I've got a feature. It's called Ping Pong Paul.
I did.
Ryan, we love the name.
Oh, yeah. Alliteration heavy. Not just 2 words that are the alliteration, but it's 3.
This is in fact what I done on when I missed the last podcast. This is what I was preparing. This is where the plan come from.
Did Hannah appreciate you saying, no, listen, love, I've got to do some work for the podcast here?
And sitting down for hours with a pen and paper. Ping pong Paul.
Did she also say, what year is this, calling me love? But so yeah, we were thrilled by the name and said, so what's the idea of it? And you said, I've got absolutely no idea. But before we started our what is the biggest city chat, you did come up with a bit of a concept. So describe it to us.
So I've no idea if it's going to work. I've got no idea if it's going to be funny.
Okay.
Or interesting.
As the listener knows, we don't really care about that on this show. But it is free, so we don't have any complaints.
So the idea is I'm going to say a random letter.
Yes.
And you and Ryan have got to ping pong words that begin with that letter back and forth. Now, I don't think it's possible to get more than, I'm going to say 6 without aiming. You can't
okay,
aim.
so
okay.
And you can't use nouns either. So if it's P, you can't use Paul.
Okay, I take my issue here, though, Paul. I thought you were going to go in another direction with the feature, and currently the ping pong ball is lodged. So at some point during the episode today, you will hear a popping sound.
It's our weekly Clary gag there.
Okay, so the idea is at some point during this episode, you are going to throw out a letter.
Yeah.
And then Ryan and I have to to and fro with words that begin with that letter.
Yeah.
Now, this just sounds spectacularly easy.
Yeah, I'm very confident.
Yeah.
Right, well, you said before that you think you could get more than, like, you could, after 4 goals, you would get the hang of it.
I think I'd get into a rhythm and I'll be superb. I do think.
We've had 3 practice runs at this, and Ryan has come up with the words. What were they?
Magnus, Menage, and what was the other M with? Mezcal.
Mezcal.
We stopped that mezcal.
Magnus is also not allowed because
I know.
it's
Well,
like
that,
a noun, it's a name.
Okay. I'm aware of that now.
So brands or anything like that are not tolerated in Ping Pong Paul.
I like it. I like the concept. I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I do think I'm gonna.
I don't know if I'm going to pay Rick to do the voice. We may have this as just, the idea.
Well, he's standing outside.
And you also do have an actual feature for the show today, right?
Yes, I do.
So we're going to tease that now. There's an actual feature coming later as well. Now, you may have noticed I'm wearing a new jacket today, fellas.
Oh, yes, I have noticed this.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
all
Are
right,
you double deniming?
Well, it's not quite, is it? It's
So I kind of am, but you'll note the different shades, Paul. So
True.
I'm going to paint a mental picture for the listener. I'm wearing some black trainers, some black jeans, a white t-shirt, and a grey denim jacket.
It's a very good mental picture.
Yeah, thank you.
It's exactly how he looks. It's all true.
So it's my first time wearing a denim jacket. So I uploaded a photo of it today to my Insta story. And my dad immediately messaged me and said, I didn't know you were a member of Erasure, Steve.
Oh, that is an excellent shout, that actually.
Yeah, it is. And immediately I thought, can I return this jacket?
It's a bit Bros as well.
I don't know what Bros is.
No,
Bros,
well.
when will I be famous?
It's a question I've asked myself many times.
No, but in the song, they can't answer that.
Oh.
You know that song, When Will I Be Famous? You know that song.
Yeah.
Do you?
Very famous song.
Give me a bit of it.
When will I,
Oh!
will I be famous? I can't answer that. There was a tremendous
Of course I know
Bros
it.
documentary that came out last year.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Well, have they done anything of note that's worth a
No,
documentary?
well,
Or is he just a one-hit wonder?
Yeah?
Well, no,
I know nothing else.
I thought they were a one-hit wonder.
Yeah?
In the late 80s.
I didn't even know that.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
They were like, there was Bros Mania.
Oh.
Yeah, I think their fans are called the Brossettes.
Or the Bros?
Oh, you know what? Bros would actually work much better.
But I feel like it was predominantly a
female fan base.
Yeah. But then there was a tumultuous journey. Then he split. He went separate ways.
I won't be watching
You'll
it.
both be a fan.
Will we, though?
Yeah, it's about their comeback gig.
Okay, but, you know, unless it's Take That's comeback gig, I'm not interested. We do have to make a bit of a correction from the previous episode as well.
Oh.
Paul, 2 tin cans with a bit of twine running between the two.
Yeah?
Do you feel like it would work as a telephone?
No.
Well, this is the opinion of everybody in the studio.
I was very adamant that it wouldn't be.
Turns out it absolutely works.
Yeah.
And you do have to pull it taut to allow for the vibration.
Is it the vibration?
It's the
travel
vibration.
through? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So if you want to make a donation to the show, we can record it straight into your ear in a future episode.
I mean, would it work with 3 tin cups? Like,
Don't think it would. We'd also have to be on the same street.
yeah, we did. You can just hear us anyway.
It's almost become Fashionista Corner for me this week
It
because
has?
along with the jacket, which I got from ASOS, I also bought some new sunglasses.
Okay.
You pull a real face there, Ryan.
I can't imagine you with sunglasses.
Are you a sports sunglasses or like an aviator type sunglasses fan?
Well, I bought 3 pairs actually.
Oh.
Of varying
Splashed out.
shapes.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose you are often in a hotter climate. So,
Well, that's true. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I feel like
I'm not going to wear them in the studio. Like Bono.
or
Stevie
Anastasia. Or back to an earlier one.
Yeah, so 2 of them were square, which I often go for as like a shade, kind of suits my face. One of them was a very round...
Like Elton John.
Oh, God. Well, I am going to send those ones back because... Oh, God, I actually did look a bit like Elton John. But I also look like one of the blind mice from Shrek.
Oh, so were they like little small ones?
I'll show you a photo.
Like granny glasses.
You know what? Imagine if Yoko Ono's were like dark.
Yeah.
I've got to say, Paul, I'm very distracted by you stroking your beard.
I know.
There.
I'm desperate for the shave.
It's far you're like a member of the Amish community.
It's tickling my face loads, and for some reason I keep rubbing the mic against it.
Oh, no.
I do that though, to be honest. I often do that. I'm surprised it doesn't actually make it in the actual podcast to stare me like.
Maybe it does, just in people's ears. Like, what's going on over there?
That's a concerning rubbing noise.
It'd be like you're scratching as well, like the plague is back.
It's a this does not come through.
Well, none of us are wearing headphones, so we don't know.
Can the listener get in touch, and if you hear a random noise mid-podcast?
Hi at dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Can you hear them scratching?
You always have a go at beards. You don't understand that. It's the modern man. It's the look of the modern man, the beard.
Oh, well, you know what? When I was seeing girls, I was very used to beards. So it's, I guess that's why now I have the issue with them. So we're doing the pre-record again, we should say.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm away somewhere as the listener, as the listener's listening to this. But I'm doing another themed cruise. So sometimes like company comes in and it's like an 80s cruise or a night, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's Tony Hadley sometimes appears on cruises, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
There's an 80s cruise that has Hadley on board.
Oh,
yeah.
I have worked with Tony Hadley.
No,
I have.
Well, I thought, how's this only coming up now? I'd be interested in that news.
And you know what? I'm surprised I didn't tell you this, actually, because I was doing an event for the Prince's Trust in St. George's Hall in town. And Tony Hadley was like the big star guest.
Not you, no.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, no.
I'm overshadowed by Hadley.
And understandably so.
I don't think so.
You've never done anything of the quality of gold. Not many have.
Have you not heard the podcast?
Oh, actually, the podcast is better than gold.
Hadley would love something of this caliber.
Oh, yeah. If we could get Hadley as a guest, that'd be great.
He's quite local, isn't he, Hadley?
Is he? I think so.
I think so.
I think he's from like Newton Le Willows or something like that.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
We'll take the show to him.
Take the show on the road.
Yeah, the train ride away from Hadley. Nice to know. Local.
Dodging death on tour.
Dodging death with Tony Hadley.
Well, do you reckon it's, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon it's like, how far away are you from Tony Hadley? 6 stops away from Hadley.
That sounds like it'd be a great song, now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you could, well, maybe not Hadley could do it. Maybe the other members.
Be a bit egotistical of Hadley sang, wouldn't it? And aren't the Kemp brothers in Spandau Ballet?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Are both in?
Yeah.
But what do they play, do you know?
One of them is definitely plays the saxophone.
Oh, because if they both played the saxophone, on tour there could just be one and a mirror. You never know.
Is it Martin and Gary?
It is,
Gary
yeah.
Kemp,
Yeah. That was a heavy sigh for
That's such random knowledge. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about here.
Well, you shouldn't. One of them's in the soap.
Yeah, Martin Kemp was in EastEnders for a bit.
I don't watch EastEnders. Strictly
Yeah.
Emmerdale and
Well, no,
Coronation Street.
Oh, God.
Martin Kemp was in EastEnders in like the 90s. In the
I didn't watch it then
Beppe
either.
DeMarco days.
I didn't watch it when I was 6.
That was I don't know why I know that.
Well, you did a reference Dodgy Den on one of them recently.
Dodgy Den.
Is that
Dirty Den? You've got the podcast mixed up with Dirty Den. Dodging Death, Dirty Den confusion.
And double denim.
So, I'm in St. George's Hall.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm there just chatting to the organiser. And then Tony Hadley comes up with his manager and starts also chatting to this organiser. And they said, we just wanted to confirm that it doesn't say Spandau Ballet anywhere, that it is just Tony Hadley's name.
Oh.
So we're looking at Hadley and the manager. Literally over their shoulder was this enormous banner that said, special guest, Spandau Ballet's Tony Hadley. Literally all they had to do was turn around and they'd see it.
What was Tony Hadley's like actual voice like? Is it as like deep as his singing voice?
Lovely, rich and velvety.
Oh, is it velvety?
Well, I'm saying that because we want him to be a guest on the show. If he turns us down, the slagging off I'm going to do of that gig.
The letter G. Steve.
Godfather.
Grandad.
Gopher.
Gilded.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
Sold, yeah.
I had gentrified
It's so much
plans.
harder than you think.
Oh, it is really hard, that.
And
does Grandad count as a
I was
noun?
thinking that as well, so you're technically cheated as well.
Oh, you know what?
See, you couldn't get 2
Off the bat.
non-nouns.
Well, Grandad's my first one, to be honest. Maybe I just leapt in with the wrong one.
Oh, it is a hard game.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
When you're on the spot and when you're expected, then you can pre-plan.
You can ramp into it a bit better. The people listening, though, are surely finding it much easier than we are. Or
But
maybe
play it
not.
at home.
Yeah.
Where you normally says, don't try this at home. Try it.
Do try it.
Well, they need you to lead in with another letter.
Well, you can at some point during the
I
episode.
will do.
Okay.
Have
I'm going to be on my
patience.
toes now for the whole time.
I'm going to come out with like X.
Can I go first? So, anyway, one of the cruise I'm currently on as you're listening, if you listen as it's broadcast, is a 90s cruise. But I was on a cruise that was absolutely bizarre. It was a swingers cruise.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds amazing.
And it's one I would have never mentioned, but it all came back to me with doing this, the kind of theme one now. Because I didn't know a swingers cruise is a thing.
No. So you have to explain. So
a cruise is like a big ship that people go on.
No, I'm aware of the concept of the cruise ship. But like a group of swingers.
Yeah,
rented out the whole cruise.
Yeah.
When you say a group, how many?
Well, so it was about 3,500.
3,500 swingers.
Swingers. Yeah. So what happens? It's mad. So what happens is a company hires the whole ship, and then they sell tickets then to like their community of swingers. Yeah.
Like, I
feel like you think this was all like,
swinging.
I feel like you think this was organised with like a WhatsApp group one afternoon.
I in my mind, I was like 30, like incredibly wealthy swingers.
Oh my God, no.
Even then, I'd have thought like that's a bit much, like to get together to introduce them all.
Is that about 28 too many people?
Like they wouldn't be like the organisation would be a bit of a shambles with 30.
Yeah,
with 3,500.
What is it? Is it just go and knock on a door and?
Well, I'll tell you. So I was incredibly excited about finding what was going on this cruise. So I get on, and they're literally craning on mattresses. So, for instance, on the ship, there was a Ryan took a swig of water there and spat over all the equipment.
Oh no, it's just a crazy concept that you've had to consider that.
It's incredible. So, like, the conference center on the ship was one of the playrooms, and it was just all mattresses.
A playroom.
Yeah,
it's
so seedy.
It's so seedy. And like, imagine the jacuzzis. It's just like a free for all. So essentially, all these guests came on. And clearly they'd done this before, because I leave my cabin and I'm walking down the corridor like 10 minutes into the cruise, and everybody's stuck up photos of themselves naked outside the door. So you know, like, who's in there.
Did you put one up?
Yeah. I always do on every cruise.
Did you have the quote from Simon Cowell? I don't usually like magicians, but I quite enjoyed that.
What's he reviewing? So yeah, they all had photos of themselves. Now the average age here, we're talking mid-50s. Yeah. So I was the fresh meat on the ship. It was very concerning. So anyway, I walked down the corridor. They've all got the photos, but there's other things on the door. Some of them had a timetable of when they're going to be in the cabin. Yeah.
The organisation involved in this swingers
there's
cruise
lots of prep.
is just like, yeah, I feel like it'd take all the fun out of it. It'd be like, it's just too much.
Do you want it to be spontaneous?
I feel like there's too much admin.
Well,
like when you get an open up Microsoft Excel to realise you're like 3 times.
Turning to the wife and saying, shall we colour code this?
I feel like that would be like the best part about it if you managed to get like an excellent spreadsheet that everyone understood. That was the highlight of my cruise. Not the gigantic playroom.
People walk by and go, look at that font.
It's very legible. Very legible.
And people also had whiteboards and like pens, so you'd see really filthy notes appear on people's whiteboards. It'd be like, my wife wants your balls, phone 2351, you know. Yeah, like really seedy. So the cruise company said, look, you are a guest, you're performing, you're a guest. We'd advise you don't do anything. Well, you know, do whatever you want. I had absolutely zero interest in doing anything, but I did just want to see the goings on, mostly to report back.
I imagine you just had that like sign hung up on your door what you put
Do
out
not disturb.
when you don't want the cleaner to come in and clean the room.
I think the crews gave you the option to join in. Like, that's quite.
Oh, yeah.
And they give you that sort of freedom.
Quite considerate.
Yeah. Good workers' rights, that.
Yeah, you might as well have a go.
I mean, you can do.
Be rude not to, really.
See, I think a system of, like a key system, so obviously you've got your room key.
Well, that was one of the events.
Oh, was it? You just throw a room key in?
Yeah.
1,500
you
keys
randomly
in
pick
a
a room key out.
Takes you half the ages
In
to
a
find
bowl.
it.
A gigantic orb.
Have to drain the fish tank.
And then you get there, and on the timetable it says they're out of business. Oh. On the keys it says what room, you know. And there was like a whole lock and key event where people have a chain, and you've got to go round. And anyway, so I went up to the buffet. This is day one. Very curious about the whole
Again, the
affair.
thought of a Buffy and during a swingers
Yeah,
cruise.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, handling the food.
Oh.
No, you've got to use the tongs there. You can't handle the food.
What's more, buddy, is
You
that
just came from the playroom.
what's more, buddy, is that if you was allowed to get involved with the chefs.
Oh, that's
see?
true. Well, just to kind of cover myself here, the crew weren't allowed to get involved. I was, but they weren't. Imagine though, so that's the playroom, but there was like a million themed rooms and activities and things going on. There wasn't just that. There was like so much to do.
You're selling the
selling.
Honestly, it was just £2,000. I mean, it's a bargain, really.
It's 2019. If you want to do it, you do it.
If you use the code Dodge and Death, you get 20% off.
There was a great magic show as well. So I'm at the buffet. I'm at like the salad station, you know.
Everything just sounds horrible in my head. I'm in the man frame where like everyone's even going, oh. Just the word salad station creeped me out. I don't know why.
I don't know what that could be.
I don't know. I honestly don't. I feel like I just got myself into that.
Is it the
frame of mind.
thought of one of the guests having like a bit of spinach covering the nethers?
I also feel like we could be massively offending any swinging community that we've got who
I'm
listen.
happy to
So
offend the swingers, I think. I don't
You're
need them on
normally
my
very
side.
inclusive with the swingers.
I think they've got to admit that what they're doing is a bit mad.
It's mad.
They've
It's
got
mad.
to realise, like, I appreciate this bit.
Yeah.
It's out of the norm. This.
Do you know the Crankies were swingers?
who are the crankies?
They're like quite
Jimmy Cranky and that.
yeah, they're an old school comedy double act. And
Jimmy Cranky was like notoriously ugly, wasn't he? Wasn't
yeah,
it? Like,
was not a good looking guy.
Like, it's like when someone says like, oh, like when someone used to, it's like a bit of a skit, like you look like Jimmy Cranky.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Like an insult.
Yeah,
Yeah, an insult. But in the paper when they reported it, they were trying to get people's, letters in if they've been involved. And the headline was, "Have you had hanky panky with the Crankies?" Anyway, so I'm at the salad station.
Having hanky panky.
Yeah.
You would be devastated if you pulled out Jimmy Cranky's car key, wouldn't you? Oh.
Do you reckon the photo on the door was like a promo shop? So there I am. I'm putting stuff on my plate, and this like big. Are you all right there, Ryan?
I saw everyone in this story. It just sounds horrible to me. Putting stuff on my plate, even though I don't know why.
The boiled eggs and cucumber I put on my plate. So yeah, I'm there, and then this rather large lady like looms over to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then she starts putting stuff on her plate, and I turn. She's wearing a rubber duck ring, a gimp mask, and nothing else.
We should get it on for Fashionista Corner.
Yeah, I'm going to try that out next week. See how it looks. Surely you can't be just if you're wearing a gimp mask.
Yeah.
How could you be in a frame of mind where you're doing anything even slightly normal? like you've got a gimp mask on. How can you approach a salad station like without as though this is just a day-to-day thing?
Oh, also eating would have been a nightmare.
Unzip.
Yeah, but it was honestly such a bizarre cruise. And like during the day, they'd have like lectures and things. So
At least there was some academia involved.
well, you say that. I went to a squirting masterclass. What am I going to get from that?
I was lying on the floor just blowing water up in the air like a dolphin.
I know this sounds like it's a gag. It genuinely isn't. The first 3 rows were provided with ponchos.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my
That is
God.
not a gag.
For fuck's sake.
So it was really quite incredible.
I feel that's like, how did they, knowing they've been through that,
Yeah.
the swingers have been through the swingers cruise, how
Yeah,
do they then accustom themselves back to like normal day-to-day life?
Well-
I feel like I'd be like a soldier returning from Vietnam, just nothing's the same anymore. They can't, they're in a shop and they start talking about square, and it's like, oh, I can't. We're in Matalan.
Frankie and Benny's in a gimp mask.
You can't squirt in Matalan.
But also the cruise was 7 days. That's a long old time to go at it for, isn't it?
Was there any like ports? Was there any stops?
Yeah, well there were, but these people hadn't paid for the ports.
Oh, yeah.
right? You know, they had no interest
when
in
a doctor was all sad. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to see Portland. What also concerns me, imagine going to those cabins after one of those like detective black lights.
Oh, like
Oh.
the UV.
The UV, yeah, smears absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, if Dexter goes into God, to investigate.
3 couples got flown home because one. It turns out that they had a big argument, all 3, because one of the couple went off with another couple, and well, apparently there's rules, and you've like got to go together or like chat. I don't know.
I thought swinging would just be
So
completely free.
They're free
Someone
for
had
all.
like an affair on a swingers.
Well,
Yes,
kind
someone,
of, yeah.
Someone got mad for swinging on the
Yeah,
swingers cruise.
yeah.
That's like when Ryan went to the brewery but wasn't allowed to sell alcohol.
Oh yeah. I was baffled where you're going with that, then, Paul.
And I was like, Paul, you're don't know it.
So 3 got sent off. What I also thought, though, how do you bring this up in a relationship?
It is, yeah, like, so the first one.
That could really go either way, couldn't it?
It
Yeah.
could swing either way.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad, that wasn't
Yeah,
it?
terrible.
Anyway.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, so the first one who's suggesting a relationship that they think,
Yeah, I think it's mad.
you put your keys in the bowl, and you swish the bowl around.
How do you feel about a tombola?
Have you seen the FA Cup draw? But Gordon Strachan's not there.
Well, he might be.
Oh, he might be, yeah. I don't think Strachan's a swinger.
I didn't recognise him. To be honest.
Oh yeah, you would have no use of Gordon Strachan walk past.
No.
No chance of recognising.
Especially not with a gimp mask on.
Oh yeah, maybe that was Gordon Strachan with the rubber swan suit or whatever it was. Rubber duck.
Yeah.
Quite elegant Gordon Strachan. I'm not a duck, I'm a swan.
Oh, but his legs were kicking everywhere. Monopoly.
Maverick.
Mother. Oh, I've done it again.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is hard. You know what? I was really useless there, Paul. Give me another.
S.
I was just about to say Stephen. Strawberry.
Swinger.
Swing.
Ship.
Shuttle.
Shaft.
Straw.
Stem.
Step.
Stink.
Staircase.
Stomp.
Switch.
Slither.
Too much time.
Oh!
You took too much time loads as well. It
Oh.
wasn't ping pong enough.
You're not ruthless enough in the
I
game,
know,
Paul.
it was
I
more.
thought that was a good ping pong.
It was more a tennis match than a ping pong match.
Badminton.
I love shaft though. Keeping it in theme with the swingers.
I'm just going to isolate that one, so it's just you saying I love shaft.
We found the title of this week's episode.
It's a short episode this week. It's 3 seconds long, and it's just Paul.
Hannah's very concerned listening to
this. Paul's coming out episode.
She did not expect Ping Pong Paul to take this
I
turn.
know, yeah. Ping Pong Paul took a turn.
Now I've got to eat some humble pie.
Humble pie.
Humble pie.
Humble pie.
Oh dear, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to eat some humble pie here because we've had a correction.
Oh no.
Yeah, and this pains me to back down on one of my views on something. But in the previous episode, you may remember my Discover Stephen. Oh, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Paul's just corrected there.
You've been corrected on your correction.
Oh, this is just gonna see.
I'm leaving. I also got to Discover Stephen.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah.
In the Discover Steve feature, I claimed that Neil Armstrong's boots were still floating around space. You two scoffed at the idea.
Yes,
but I was adamant it was true.
Yeah.
Well, listener Christy Holden has been in touch via the Instagram page. What is it, Paul?
At Dodging Death Podcast.
At Dodging Death Podcast. She said, Stephen, I was literally, all capitals. Did you notice in the voice there I tried to get across it was all capitals?
You conveyed the capitals. Yeah, well done.
Just at the Neil Armstrong Museum in...
Wapakoneta? Wapakoneta?
It sounds like a drink that we might get sent.
Wapakoneta?
Christy's going to get in touch again and say, you've got this wrong.
Oh, yeah. We've butchered the pronunciation of...
how would you say it, Paul?
Ohio.
Yeah, it's somewhere in Ohio this past Saturday, and she put the crying laughing face emoji. His boots are not floating around space. So yeah, unfortunately.
Thanks Christy for proving him wrong.
Yep, thank you.
Well, I messaged her back with a link to my source. You know,
Wikipedia.
Well, no,
the page that you edited.
It was a website called Peep Totem, and as soon as I sent it, I was like, "Oh, of course that isn't true." Peep Totem. Yeah. It was 10 days of shoe facts.
That it was a part of a shoe fact roundup.
That was day 7.
I thought you'd read this big comprehensive feature on Neil Armstrong's mission to the moon.
I hadn't. No, that was it.
It was a shoe fact roundup.
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
And they're probably just trying to sell inner souls or something. Anyway, so I take it back and I'll try and do some more research into my future facts. But if you want to correct anything that anybody else says on the show, I'd appreciate it. At Dodging Death Podcast.
Oh, God, I feel like I've said a few dodgy ones.
Yeah, I get mine off Twitter, so God knows.
One of the crankies will get in touch with. I haven't done anything of the sort. Anyway, how's your week been?
Mine's been fine.
I should say, we're like 40 minutes in and I'm only just asking how your week's been.
No, this is I'm fine.
Yeah?
I've done nothing of note anyway.
Nothing of note?
No.
All right. Ryan, how has your week been?
It's been good.
Yeah?
It's been good. I've adopted a new technique this week.
Okay. Like a life hack, are we talking?
Well, I suppose it could be called a life hack.
Okay.
So...
we discussed in the previous episode, Paul, my life hack of cracking a boiled egg.
Oh.
Yeah. We spoke about that at length.
Yeah, we did actually. It was quite interesting.
I've got one of how to eat a chicken wing.
Oh, you've got incredible chicken wing.
Yeah, you're the chicken wing man.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to...
We should put that on his gravestone.
The touch and tribute.
Yeah. I feel like your chicken wing technique isn't going to really work over the audio medium.
No, it's not.
But we could maybe go for some and video it for the page.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, you will just have to get rid of that Amish beard, though, Paul. I feel like you had lots of chicken wing lodged in that beard.
That's the life hack. Save it for later.
Wake up 3 in 1. Buffalo sauce.
Blue cheese.
Paul's not having blue cheese.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Strictly buffalo barbecue or something.
That's why I went for the buffalo.
So you've got a life hack, Ryan.
I have. It's a new technique.
Okay.
So as I've spoken about extensively on this before, I have a new phone. I suppose does it count as a new phone?
No,
still?
At this point, no.
Yeah, four.
I would say that's maybe 10 hours ago of content you mentioned this.
10 weeks ago I got a phone. The Huawei P20 Pro.
Oh, okay.
And normally I message over WhatsApp. Really, it's very rare I use the text feature.
Yeah.
But this week I received a text.
Okay.
What did you describe the text feature as before, though, on the Huawei?
Oh, yeah. Before he was telling us about this text feature, saying it's buttery smooth.
No, I said it is. I stand by that. I'm about to say that again because I normally thought WhatsApp is now a faster form of communication.
Yeah.
Not with the Huawei P20 Pro.
It's the same speed. And
Yeah,
WhatsApp,
no,
you get
the
you type out the letters.
No, they've adapted the SMS technology and they've moved it forward, so it's now better than WhatsApp.
Is it now a phone call?
Well, so I received a message and it was asking me like a question, like whether I'm free to do such and such.
Okay. That sounds quite ominous. What was the such and such?
I know.
Swingers cruise.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into details. It involved keys and a bowl.
And a raincoat.
And Jimmy Cranky. The message was from Jimmy Cranky. Fancy joining my club? My options. But the Huawei P20 Pro suggested options to click. You could just click an option,
right,
and then it immediately send that text.
Oh, so it suggested replies to you?
Yeah, but you just have to just tap it, and then it immediately, like, with a dead satisfying like plop noise as well.
Oh,
I probably shouldn't have gone for plop. More of a bump. Bump more than plop.
Oh,
like a fart?
No, bump's not a fart.
You're bordering poof.
Yeah.
There's only one poof on this show.
Oh, we're getting more Winton the
yeah. Dale and Clary are gonna come out. Dale's not.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Ryan.
That was very harsh.
It was.
Yeah, that was.
Anyway,
I'm afraid I was a bit out of order.
Carry on with the story. So you've got yourself these automatic replies.
The automatic replies.
The thing is, though, does it sound like it's from a robot?
Well, I didn't think so. But
No.
I thought maybe it could be. So I thought I'd test it out.
Okay.
And I'd see how long I could prolong the conversation for.
Oh.
With the automatic replies.
Exclusively automatic
before
replies.
the person realises, it's a bit weird, this.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got quite far. There was a to and fro, about 3 or 4 messages, I reckon. And then I clicked the message that was sounds good.
Is that why you sent me that message saying, hello, sir or madam?
No, the one that reveals that my true identity, revealed that it wasn't me.
Yeah,
was the sounds good ! With a smiling face emoji.
Oh,
because
you are not one for an emoji.
Exactly, realised I'm not an emoji user.
Oh no, you're not.
Yeah, so it was like, this isn't right.
Who
is
right.
this? And
who's
what have you done with
Ryan?
And I had to come clean. I said it was the Chinese government. The Chinese government suggested replies. That was it. That has been talking to you for the past half an hour.
They love a whimsical emoji down there, the Chinese government.
People are dead scared of Huawei, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, they are. It's something to do with the 5G, isn't it?
Yeah, I Googled it because I thought it was going to be like something actually serious, and Google was just like, oh, people are scared that it can like affect animals or it can affect people. Which
I googled it on my phone and I got nothing to worry about.
Oh, I love a bit of 5G. Those lovely download speeds.
Yeah, it's it's my phone, isn't it? As listening, I've got to be quite.
Oh yeah, you can't bad now the
5G is amazing. Give them all the power in the world.
I vaguely think it's something to do with trees as well.
I thought it was purely a privacy issue.
No, well, I never.
Do you mean because it's the Chinese government providing it?
Yeah, because they've not been like so transparent with everything.
I think that's why, like, at a higher level. Like government level, I think that's why they're concerned.
Yeah, because
as we've discussed before, though, you look as much as you want.
I don't think Tony from Bolton cares that the government's intruding on what porn websites he goes on. I think he cares.
But it's not. Is it the trees? Not the trees, though.
It's something to do with animals. It's something to do with the environment.
Does
it's
Tony
bad for the
from Bolton
environment.
care about the environment? It doesn't strike me as an environmentalist.
When I was on Bold Street, there was protesters because they're bringing it to Liverpool first, apparently.
Are they?
Yeah. So we're the guinea pigs.
Oh,
that was one of the signs. Anyway, so it was the emoji giveaway.
The emoji gave away my true identity.
Yeah. You're quite an emoji user, aren't you, Paul?
Yeah, I also like a GIF as well.
I quite enjoy it.
Is it a GIF or a GIF?
Well, I think GIF is what you use to clean the kitchen.
Or is GIF the lemon syrup that you put on microwaves on pancakes?
Oh, you know what it is?
On microwaves.
It's like the fake plastic lemon with
the
juice.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have a feature plan for today, don't you, Ryan?
I do.
What is it?
Okay, so do you remember the Know Your Knowles feature a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
I thought that was a tremendous success.
Yeah.
So similar sort of concept.
You know, he only compliments his own features there, Paul.
Best one yet, I reckon. Know Your Knowles. So I thought I'm gonna rework it.
I tell you what was a good one. The one that ended with me eating a Turkish delight. That was a good one.
Also a good one when I had like 8 Ferrero Rochers.
I enjoyed that less because you were the one eating them and it cost me the money. Okay, so Know Your Knowles.
Know Your Knowles, yes.
Yeah.
So it was whether you could deter if it was Nick or Beyonce.
Yes.
This time similar.
Paul did very well on that.
You were great. That one actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was. I also still am claiming the credit for the 22%.
That was an
The guess of
unbelievable
the
shout.
sugar contest.
Oh, I feel like there was some cheating going on
Honest to
there.
God, I promised.
Oh, I just
you
don't know
and
how
the
you know it
listeners-
was 22%.
I knew it was lower, so it was lower
But
than
why
like
would you take the
34,
stab in
so-
the dark?
I don't know.
Anyway, Know Your Knowles.
So I was thinking other friends of the show.
Yeah.
And naturally, first 2 people that came to my mind, Drew Barrymore and Michael Barrymore. I mean, if we've spoken about them once, we've spoken about 1,000 times. So I thought I would give. I've broken it up into 3 different sections.
Okay.
So it's a name of an autobiography,
Yes.
a line from a Wikipedia profile,
Yeah.
and a quote.
Okay.
And you have to deter which one. Drew Barrymore.
Determine.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. Go on. We have to determine.
We have to determine.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to determine.
Yeah.
Whether it's Drew or Michael Barrymore.
Okay. And it's called?
More Barrymore. Which Rick has let us down ridiculously in the past few weeks.
So many times. But
I think I'm quite confident he's not going to mess that one up.
you know what? I'll describe the feature to him first, and I think it'll win him over.
Yeah, and if he's listened, he will have. He's obviously heard our Drew and Michael Barrymore chat.
You could play that
it's
song
been
in the
non-stop.
background. What's that song with like more?
More. Yeah.
How does it go, Paul?
I'm not going to sing it. Got a bit of a tickly throat today.
Always with the tickly throats.
I know.
Okay, we'll ramp into to Rick's voice.
Okay, so here we go with more Barrymore.
More Barrymore.
It is a great title, that.
Okay, so round 1. This is the name of an autobiography by Drew or Michael Barrymore. You've got to say which Barrymore is it.
Okay.
Setting the record straight.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's easy. That's
I think it
Michael.
has to be Michael,
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
it?
is that easy?
After the
I
pool
think
incident and
so.
all that, yeah.
See, it's only one sentence and it's the pool instance already.
Why aren't we allowed to talk about the pool?
No, we are. But I feel like that's really all anybody talks about. Michael Barrymore.
Well, he's not setting the
Yeah,
record straight.
I thought we could do a whole challenge about Michael Barrymore without mentioning
Sans
the pool.
pool.
Yeah, but it's taken 30 seconds.
He's not setting the record straight about Strike It Rich, is he? Or whatever it was. Strike It Lucky.
I've not read the book, so it could be about anything.
Yeah, but we know what it's about.
We're going to go Michael Barrymore.
Yeah.
Yo, Michael Barrymore.
Without
are you
a
sure?
doubt.
Are you sure it's not Drew Barrymore? She's not setting a record straight
No,
about E.T.
Drew
or
hasn't
never
been in any kind
kissed.
of hijinks.
Are you messing?
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore went off the rails.
No.
Yes.
What did she do?
She was a wild child.
Was she actually?
Actually, she was. Yeah. She has.
But she's great in the Santa Clarita Diet, isn't she?
Oh, she's brilliant. She's a fantastic.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. But
yeah.
what did she? Has she had a troubled past?
Oh yeah. Oh, like massively. She's
But-
one of like the most famous wild childs.
Okay,
in Hollywood.
but you say that of the two, who's had a more troubled past?
Drew Barrymore. Honestly, she has. She's had a lot. She had a very.
Michael hasn't had a trouble past, has he? He just had an incident where...
Oh no! Michael Barrymore has had the tear.
Oh, has he?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah. Both have really.
Are you sure you
But
haven't
this
read
is a
Drew's
this is a
biography?
live feature, which is why I've kept it to autobiography titles. I found all this out during the research. And I don't want it to go dark.
Okay, well, keeping it light, we'll say Michael.
It was probably too obvious. It is Michael Barrymore setting the record straight about what we don't know. We've not read the book.
Okay, round two.
Okay, so this one is a quote.
Okay.
Okay, and you've got to determine if the quote is from Michael or Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Okay, so the
We
quote.
understand the concept of the game now, Ryan.
I'm a big fan of the concept, so I want to keep going on about it and driving it home. Okay, so the quote is, "A fish may love a bird, but where would they live?"
Oh, is that it?
Drew or Michael?
Oh my god. A fish may love a bird, but where will they live?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And what's that a quote from?
No, it's a quote by either Drew or Michael Barrymore.
Not from a Wikipedia page or not?
Oh, no, just...
Oh, okay. So one of them actually said it.
Yes.
It's going to be a stab in the dark.
Drew.
I would have said Michael. Just because Michael's probably gone a bit mad now.
Why has he gone mad? We don't know.
What's the quote?
We're not going to refer.
What's the quote?
A fish may love a bird, but where would they live?
You know what? I'm just going to say Michael. It has to
Go
be
on,
Michael.
we'll go Michael.
Let's go
You
Michael.
go Michael?
Yes.
Go Michael.
It's incorrect. That
No
was Drew
I
Barrymore.
got it right.
You didn't know who Drew Barrymore was, Paul.
I still don't know who Drew Barrymore is either.
Paul, have you seen E.T.?
No.
Oh, you've never seen E.T.?
Unbelievable. He's never seen E.T.
Oh,
I'm not a film fan.
She's in E.T.
Yeah, but E.T. is like everybody. It's like the Goonies. Everybody's
Have you seen the Goonies?
Oh,
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I've seen Jurassic Park.
Back to the Future.
No.
Mm.
Is she in Jurassic
No,
Park?
she's not in it. She's
No,
not in
I'm
either
not
of those.
just naming movies.
famous films.
Gladiator and Troy.
Maybe that could be a new feature. Like, what movies has Paul seen? So Drew Barrymore said that.
Drew Barrymore said that. I
Why?
don't-
Have you got it in context?
Oh,
or?
no.
Of course not.
Purely out of context. And may not be Drew Barrymore. Willing to be corrected with that. Okay, so round 3.
Yeah.
This is a line from a Wikipedia page, but whose Wikipedia page is it?
Are you recapping the game again?
No.
Okay, go on.
In August 2014, Barrymore revealed that he or she will be presenting a new show called Stealing the Limelight. However, this came to nothing, and the Twitter page for the new show now no longer exists.
Okay,
It's going to be Michael,
It's
because
gotta
he's
be
the only
Michael.
game show host, isn't he?
Yeah, Drew isn't presenting a game show, is she?
That's so obvious.
She hasn't stooped to Michael's level.
I don't think so.
She might have.
No, I'm
No.
not.
You
No,
don't
Michael.
follow American TV programs.
We follow American TV programs.
Not like network game shows.
Well, I guess not. Okay, no, I think it's still... Oh, hold on. Is this an American TV show?
Could be.
Michael.
Michael's not big in America.
Michael.
No, you know what? I think he, as in Ryan or Michael, has given away a major point there. I think it's an American game show, and I think it's Drew Barrymore.
I'm going Michael Barrymore.
What is he going to agree on? This is more Barrymore's
I
caused
was
the rift
I was
between
right
the Dodge
with
and
the
Death
last one.
team.
You what?
I would have been right with the last one.
Yeah, but I feel like you're going to be incorrect with this one.
Okay, we'll go with you. You're the host. You pay for this
I-
charade.
It's more than a charade.
That could be another feature. Don't know if it's going to work massively well over the audio medium, but still. Yes, I am pretty sure. Do you not agree that he's rumbled himself?
Steve gets the deciding vote.
Drew Barrymore. I'll be honest, I can't believe you've gone for Drew Barrymore. That one is, in fact, Michael Barrymore. the Wikipedia line in full, which is why I was laughing.
Yeah.
In August 2014, Barrymore, Michael that is, revealed that he would be presenting a new show called Stealing the Limelight, which would be similar to My Kind of People, where he and a co-presenter called Barry Druitt Barlow would travel the country and allow members of the public to audition for the chance to appear on the show. Dates were booked in Liverpool, Manchester and London. However, this came to nothing, and the Twitter page of the new show now no longer exists.
Oh, no. Poor Michael.
Yeah, so yes, Stealing the Limelight was Michael Barrymore.
Oh, well.
So you got 1 out of 3 right.
I would have got 3 out of 3 again.
Yeah, you would have.
Oh,
This
yeah.
type of show is my, this type of feature is my forte.
Yeah, you're greater with Barrymore knowledge and Knowles. Put that on your CV.
Even though I didn't know the second Barrymore, but
You knew both Knowleses, didn't you?
Beyonce and I only know Nick Knowles from
From this show.
from I'm a Celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
You know what? Good feature, that rhyme.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah, it was good, that. Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was alright, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we don't have much time left, so we're going to start wrapping things up and go to the Discover Stee.
Before we
section.
do
Oh,
that,
yeah.
letter N, Steve.
Oh, Nestle.
No, that's a nah. That's
Oh, it's a... Oh,
fuck's sake.
okay.
That's not hard.
It's harder than it seems.
You can't. We need a new letter now. S. No, we've had S.
Yeah.
Oh, you keep going for S.
God, he loves S.
You go for S and M, actually. Dirty bastard.
How does a swingers cruise sample?
A.
Apple.
Aniseed.
Antibiotic.
Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, God.
Everywhere. You could have said and.
It's a hard game,
Why
isn't
did I
it?
say Alka-Seltzer?
Very embarrassing, that.
Oh, what a tit.
Oh,
So,
anyway. So,
just try it at home, though, with a friend. Don't try it on your own.
in the mirror. Don't say Alka-Seltzer for it.
Boring on your own. Believe me.
Just with a dictionary, I'm fantastic at this. Ping Pong Paul is my game.
oh, surprisingly good. When you pitched this, Paul, I was like, this sounds absolutely awful as a
I
game.
know. I can't believe it's Alka-Seltzer.
I know. Okay, so as my fact this week, have you heard of the idea that you should rely on Saint Christopher to if you're traveling to kind of keep you safe?
Yeah, to get back home safely.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but unfortunately, you're on your own. He is offering fuck all in the way of help.
Oh.
Because he lost
dead.
his sainthood in 1969.
Oh.
Yeah. So now you're just praying to a man called Chris.
Who also lost something.
Yeah. What was the reason why he lost it in 1969?
I've got absolutely no idea.
Yeah, because he's he wasn't still around in 1969, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, God.
Do you reckon they found out some sordid details about him? And, like,
He went on a swingers cruise.
Yeah. That's how he travelled around so much. St. Christopher invented the swingers cruise.
I should probably take that back. He may not have done anything sordid, just in case. I've got no idea, but he no longer has a sainthood. Paul, your fact?
So mine would be so obviously, a camel is known for being able to survive in hot climates.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they can see all that water, can't they? They can.
I just remember I played Camel Calypso in the year 2 nativity, so I went method for that role.
Yeah, that should be. You're not very good in a hot climate.
A few months in the Sahara to prepare for that. Like Day Lewis.
Well, you say about them storing water.
Yeah.
The water isn't actually stored in their humps.
Oh,
I thought it was.
No,
I
in the
thought it
hump.
was.
No, they store fat in their humps.
yeah.
And they store the fat there so that the fat isn't stored around their main organs then, which would cause them to overheat.
Oh,
So the fat is stored sort of out the way so that the main organs can be kept cool.
Oh, you know what? That's good, that.
I feel embarrassed that those buckets of water are carrying around in the Sahara. An idiot.
And you're back. The hunchback of Notre Dame.
Quasimodo. All right, Ryan, and have you got a fact?
I have.
Go on.
So my Discover Stay of the Week.
Yeah.
So in my office...
Can you tell he's excited about this, Paul?
Oh, yeah. I've been eager to tell this the whole show.
You haven't paid attention to anything that's gone on just for this bit.
Yeah, the swingers cruise, everything has just passed me by just because I've been thinking about this one story. So we had a generic chit chat in the office.
Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of that.
There is.
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere, one of my colleagues says, it's like the guy who killed the goose with his face.
Oh my God.
So obviously that caught my attention. I was like, what? And she was like, no, if you Google, you'll see the story about this. Then I Googled man kills goose with face.
Okay.
And then when I clicked on the...
Probably not your weirdest Google search that day.
Absolutely not. It was all Barrymore related. Famous Michael Barrymore quotes, not related to. But I googled man killed goose with face.
Yeah.
Then selected the images.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know why I leapt into that.
Yeah.
And I found that the man who killed the goose with his face was the male model Fabio. Do you remember Fabio?
I know Fabio's work.
Yeah, so
do you know Fabio, Paul?
I actually don't, but yeah.
You'll recognise his
Fabio.
face. You'll know he's got a very recognisable face.
Okay.
Well, I discovered this week that whilst on a promotional roller coaster for the new Busch Gardens opening in like the late 90s, so Fabio killed a goose with his face.
Oh my God!
So Fabio,
why?
there's a video of this which you should watch. Right?
Oh, I don't think I want
No,
to.
you only see the start and then the end of the.
You see pre and post goose.
Yeah. So you see Fabio. He's at the start of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
He's like dressed like a bit like a mechanic, and he's in like he's in this like the what's it called?
Why is he dressed like a mechanic?
He's not dressed like a mechanic. He's got like a denim shirt on.
Okay.
Like a mechanic.
Dressed like Steve.
Yeah, he's dressed like a member of Erasure. and he's in the carriage with like 5 women dressed as like Greek goddesses.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, so even that's just bizarre, that image, right?
Yeah.
And so you see Fabio, they go up the roller coaster, like the incline.
Yeah.
And then it shows then them returning back after they've been on the ride.
Yeah.
Fabio's face is bludgeoned.
Oh no.
Yeah. There's blood all over the back of the car.
Yeah.
And what had happened on like the drop.
Yeah.
A goose happened to be going past at that exact time that it met Fabio's head going at like 80 mile an hour on this roller coaster. I took the goose out. The goose took out Fabio's head.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Fabio's face is like his nose is broken or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I mean, you just got to think that the little things that have happened in that goose's day that have meant
as an
that
animal
it got hit
person
by Fabio.
That's a good fact, that's right.
You just think that a goose might have the one little motion, like so they got distracted by a blade of grass. That one little turn back that the goose made meant that it got hit by a steaming Fabio on a new roller coaster at Busch Gardens. It's just mental.
It is insane, that.
Yeah, because of that anything is possible because of that.
Because of that incident, you now believe anything is possible.
Anything is possible. There's the coincidence involved in that is just ridiculous. It's just insane.
People would normally need to see a miracle for that to happen. Ryan, it involves Fabio and a goose.
It's changed my whole view of the world. The way I see everything.
Forget the movie Sliding Doors. It's Busch Gardens. Anyway, Paul, nice to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, I saw you like 2 days ago when we recorded the other one, so
it was still a pleasure.
Oh yeah, no, it was still a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks, fella. Oh, also, before we go, do like us on Instagram. It is at Dodging Death Podcast, and send us an email with anything to hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Thanks, fellas. I will see you next week.
Thank you, Stephen.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.